Welcome. It's been a blessed third season of Whatever by Hectic by yours truly, me. I don't know, every time I say that, I want to be like, me, Mario, but I don't do that. Anyways, so third season, we did over 20 something episodes. I think I only missed 2 weeks. And because the only reason I missed 2 weeks, one, think I was traveling, couldn't film, and then the other one had a cancellation and just, but we've been consistent. Over 20 something episodes this season, probably some of the most viewed content that I've had so far. We changed up the aesthetics, of course. It got it more professional looking. Got new mics, got new equipment, got new setups. We did the thing this season. Um, so thank every viewer that has tuned in, liked what I had going on, and just stayed here for the long haul. I appreciate every last one of yous. I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Not that I do it for the fans or anything, but I do it because I enjoy it and I love the feedback that I get from the people that watch, right? Every time, most people tell you, when you comment on the comments, whether it's a short or an actual video, I'll respond. I'll at least heart it back. I try to do that. So want y'all to feel important being part of the show as well. I am joined by a lot of ladies tonight. Well, not a lot. Let me not over exaggerate. I'm joined by some ladies tonight, and we're gonna, as y'all can see, as y'all can see, we what the title is. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty of some of these discussions that men want to know, and we feel left out because we don't know. So I will bring these ladies in, and we'll see what's going on. I'll let them introduce themselves too. I could be gracious enough to do that. So first and foremost,
Hi.
hey, you going to introduce yourself? Or you just going to grin from ear to ear?
Hi. Thank you so much for having me, Hectic. My name is CL, and I'm so excited to be here on your panel. And thank you for the invite.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome.
Thank you.
I
All right.
am Rhythm and Blues, and unlike CL, if I'd have known the show title, I'd have stayed my ass home.
I would have saw a show shut me.
Why?
I would
I
have
Why?
stayed. I would have stayed home, Hektek. I'd have stayed home. I'm here now. Let's do this.
I want to
what's
see.
the
Okay, I think I like that better. I think
what's
I
the
like that. I ain't like y'all all smushed up. What's wrong with the title?
no? What is the title?
Girl, women don't do 50-50 until she files paperwork. Right. She'd have stayed home too. She would have stayed at home too. With
so
this
as
foolishness.
let me explain before y'all rip me another one. So when I thought of my season finale, I felt I needed something punchy. I felt I needed something controversial. I felt I need the tea. And I was like, what can I name this? And I know there's been circulations of 50-50 and all that. And I'm like, hold up. A lot of women, not all, a lot, seem to hate the 50-50 conversation until it's divorce time and then they want half of the stuff,
Well, you know.
which I find very, very interesting to say the least.
Interesting, to say the least.
To say the least. So, what says y'all that don't believe in 50-50 until it comes to the paperwork?
I mean,
What
as
don't all Get the hush
I
money.
Should have stayed home. I should have
don't
stayed home.
I'm already home.
So
Let's do this. I'm ready.
okay, okay. So CL,
Okay.
what's your stance on that?
Okay. So when people talk about 50-50, you're talking about finances. When it comes to running a
Nope, nope,
household,
nope. Most people aren't talking about finances
can,
only.
can I finish my, can I
Go
cook?
ahead.
Can I cook? Thank you.
You
Okay.
Let
can
her
simmer.
let her cook.
Because that the way I titled it, when people think about that, they immediately
Hmm.
to finance. That's why I was trying to address it that way. So
Hmm.
when people talk about that, they're typically talking about finances. But when I think I was married before, and when I think about it, I was doing more than damn 50-50. Plus, I still had to run 80% of the household.
Mm.
So if we're going to break this empire down, I need my cut. And really, I want 60-40 when I leave. But that's just me.
Wow, you want more than you put in.
I'm not a I'm not a half-asser in relationships. I can't speak to these other bitches, but I put work in. So I want work. That's it.
Oh, okay,
I believe in 100, 100. And when I
okay.
leave out of the door, like once that paperwork is filed, um, whatever we have built together, let no man put us under. And that means I leave out with what I earned in that marriage.
Now,
So who defines what's earned?
Time decides
Uh-huh.
the elements of the relationship, of the marriage, of the household, if there are children involved, if she worked outside of the home, shit, if she worked inside of the home.
fuck that. He can keep them kids. I don't even want them. He can keep.
Wow.
Listen,
So you don't want
listen.
50-50 on the kids. You you can
I
have
split
all of them.
I split the kids 50-50 too. They were grown when I became
Yeah.
divorced, but I left one and took one.
Oh. So 100. CL is 80-20, or what, 60-40 when she leaves, and you want equity for time and effort.
And with interest.
The,
Wow, with interest.
With
the,
interest.
I say that, but when I actually left my marriage, I gave up everything.
Good
That's
for
how
you.
that's how much I was really just over it. So sometimes it's like you want these things. But I prayed to God. I said, God, if I let all this shit go, you got to give me double, and He definitely did. So I think I was just at a different place of peace when I got divorced. But in hindsight, if that should ever happen again, bitch, I'm
Don't
taking
you
all of my
don't
shit.
you leave out that house.
Nothing.
Don't you leave out that house.
Now, okay, so when it comes to the equity and the 50% that, or in CL's case, 60-40, what does that look like?
So for me, I would say that it is never really equal.
Mhm.
So equity, it shouldn't even be a part of relationships and marriage. It's never going to be equal. Like it's going to be sometimes, some points in that relationship, excuse me, when one person is going to be given 80 and the other 20 and vice versa. Sometimes we both given 110. It depends on the seasons where everybody is in their lives, but it's never really equal. And you can't complain when the load is on you because you don't complain when the load is on them.
But that's
So let me ask this real quick. What if someone built all that they have before getting into the relationship?
That's something different for
and and
me.
and and y'all might have acquired a couple other things.
Hmm.
Do y'all think it's still fair to be able to retrograde into something that was already established before you?
Mm-mm. He can have what was his before we came into the marriage. I'm going to keep what was mine before I came into the marriage. But that division at the end is going to be anything that we acquired within.
Hmm. CL.
I think I'm too grown for this question in the sense of I just fuck it. because it seemed like when you do all of that, it just get nastier than what it needs to be. And
Mhm.
sometimes peace is more than just the shit that you take. Because now somebody got to move it, pack it, do all of this. And is it the same when we break up anyway? Like with my house in my divorce, I gave up the house and the land because I couldn't even stay there no more. I was so traumatized. So it all depends. Like that stuff is cool, but am I gonna keep it or sell it anyway? That's what kind of what I think. When I think about letting baggage go or leaving a relationship, I'm good.
And
Gotcha.
so, in that respect, my marriage was like 50-50. One of us was peaceful, just trying to move on with their lives, and the other, for just a little bit, he they struggled with
Oh,
the
you're
marriage
not going to do. You're not going to do that on this show. You're not going to do that on this show.
just a little bit with the ending of the marriage, right? So everything was sold before we left out the door.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
Whatever,
most garage
whatever had to be
people walk away.
liquidated, yeah, it was liquidated, and then we walked away.
All right. That sounds very
We
mature
started
of
with a
y'all.
shoestring and a paper clip when we started. So, and in
Same,
retrospect, I should have
same.
more, but I just want.
You know, it's whatever, baby. You know, it's whatever, baby. You know, it's whatever.
So we're talking about 50-50 and 50% once a relationship is dissolved. Um, how do you define equality in a relationship? Emotionally, financially, household responsibilities? Like, how do you divvy up that 50-50? What does that look like to y'all?
Okay, this is kind of weird. But this was part of my divorce and my separation. So I was only married maybe 8 years, but when I got divorced, my son was two. And so one
Mhm.
thing that my ex-husband just had to do, he's deceased now, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
He made sure we took our son to the grocery store every day
Why?
because that was our thing, but he didn't want it to be so traumatic, and I really had to walk with them through the grocery store because he still wanted him to see mom and dad together. It was weird, but in hindsight, I'm glad we did do that transition. And when I moved out, I only moved down the street and he was there, so we didn't change my son's atmosphere and things like that, because emotionally it can be very traumatic to children. So we
Right.
did that, and I still made sure I cooked dinner. And I still took him a plate during our separation for about a long time, just to make sure that it was. I don't know. It sounds weird, but my son, even after his passing, we were still so close. So now the passing kind of sucks, but it's easier if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. How did you feel during that? Because that most people be like, "Oh hell no, we ain't doing all this."
I was very uncomfortable, and I actually had started dating someone else too. So it really fucked up the foundation of the new relationship I was trying to build. But at
Mm.
the end of the day, you're coming into a situation I told you I wasn't ready for because I'm still married. So you have to deal with what I'm going through, because you can just come back in 6 months. But I got to make sure my son's emotional, physical, mental, spiritual is on point. And that's what we decided to do for our child. So
Okay.
Give me the question
R
again,
and B.
please. Give me the question again.
Oh, how do you define equality in a relationship? Is it financial, emotionally, household responsibilities?
I think it's all of those things. You know that I am super traditional in the way that, for me, um, everything from the threshold in belongs to me, and everything from the threshold out were the things that he took care of. And for us, that worked. That was both of us giving our 100%, and together we both poured in to our sons. So
Mm,
it worked. Today, what would it look like today if I got married? It would never be 50-50, but I don't think I would do 90-10 again either.
What was 90-10?
Um, that's what my marriage was. Like, I mean, as far as financially,
Oh, okay.
90-10.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think I would do that again. But it's not going to
Why
be
is
50.
that?
I don't have 50 to give. I've got 100 to give in the areas that I have to give in.
Yeah,
Um, but if I want a roommate,
it's true. Get a
I
roommate.
will, I
Are we
will
allowed
split
to
that
ask
shit.
questions on the show?
Huh?
Absolutely.
I say, are we allowed to ask?
Wait. Please. She acting like she the
I'm
co-host.
the
Yes, go
hostess.
ahead and ask questions.
So how do you
Go
split
ahead, CL.
dick when you break up? Like, okay, we going through the split. So how do we split up the sex, the dick, and all that stuff?
Oh, I don't even
You
want it.
talking about emotional, financial? I want to know about that part. So how do we split that up? Or that's
I
just not
don't, I'm gonna go find a new dick.
No. So first of all, I am a little shocked right now
because I wanted to know. You asked all the other stuff, but you skipped over that.
because for one, I know you, and okay. So I mean, I've been known to circle back, because um shit, most of my most of my breakups that I was in for a long period of time, I'd be like, "Hey, big head," and then I go over there and knock it out the box, and then go back to where I was staying at. I think, especially if you've been sexually with someone for a minute, it's convenient and it's safe and it's all those things, as Tasha would say. You don't really have to figure anything out. You really don't have to be like, hey, what happens if I touch you here? What happens if I touch you there? You kind of know what's going to set the other person
Mm-mm.
on. And I'm not even going to hold you. Regardless of how messed up, fucked up the breakup was, when y'all double back for the sex, it's like some new shit.
I'm so glad I didn't double back.
I didn't double back either because I
I
didn't know
did
how
not double.
to do it. That's
Oh,
why
y'all don't double back?
I didn't. Once it was done, we were done, and both of them, we never did it again.
Oh, nah, y'all would have got them texts like, hey, so what are you doing tonight? Like, yeah.
I'd have been like,
You
break up.
you don't
That's
want that.
that's why I never did it. And I was just wondering how y'all did it. I never did. I wanted to sometimes, but I think that's why I ended up moving on so fast, so I didn't go
Hmm.
back. If that makes sense.
Oh, the
Yes,
best way to
it
get
does.
over someone is under someone else.
It's the over under rule. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
over under rule.
I
You
was
did
so
good, girl.
too, though. It was really awkward for me. I had to hype myself up, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then I think after I did the first time afterwards, I cried in the bathroom.
Oh,
Oh,
I felt so.
why?
I don't know. I felt guilty. I don't
Was
know.
it dirty? Did you feel nasty?
I felt like, is this a safe place?
this is a safe
You
place.
know it is.
I just asked the question and you make me feel very unsafe. So I'm
See,
trying.
he's about to put him off his own show.
Okay. So for me, I was supposed to marry the guy that I ended up being with afterwards. But because I wasn't technically divorced after I had sex with him, I said, this relationship is never going to work. I really felt that way
You
because
are
I was
my
still,
spirit animal.
we were still under that covenant, and I never got it out my head. And I love the guy a lot. I did, but because I did that, I felt like my relationship will always be damn moving forward, and it ended up being that way, unfortunately.
Listen. The first person that I had a relationship with after my marriage, I was still I wasn't quite divorced. Like I had moved out of the house, divorce was filed, but we were not divorced. And my deal was I wasn't going to move on until I was divorced because I didn't want to take that energy into that next space. Bingo, bango, things happen. And I did. And we stayed together for 2 years. And it was one of the kindest, most honest most beautiful spaces, relationship wise, that I've been in.
You
And I
fucked it
had to
up.
walk. No, I had to walk away, just like she said, because
Wait,
we
but how do you
started.
walk away and not fuck it up?
Um, so it was very, very mature, and it was very, very grown, but it was from the start. There was a lot of emotion. There still is a lot of emotion left in that situation. But for
You leave
me,
me.
because
I'm doing all the things. It's a problem.
I thought
um
I should have just sent my ex the "Hey Big Head" text a couple
no, I
times
couldn't do that.
before I went to the.
I couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
you should have just you should have rolled that. Because what happens when you do the hey big head? You probably go another 6 to a year, and all y'all doing is fucking.
Going through the motions, and
All
I
y'all doing is
ain't want to
fucking.
do
And
that.
then at one point, one or both parties be like, "Why you still here?" And then y'all kind of just go your separate ways.
I didn't have
That's
another
nah.
year.
That I'm not even gonna lie. That ain't never happened to me. But
Yeah.
yeah, it has. It was me that been like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on all this. Like I'm good because you're gonna want more, and all I have for you right now in this space and time is dick. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna entertain anything.
How is this?
Girl, it is the
how
hectic
y'all
show. It's the
come on?
hectic
How y'all
show.
asking if this is a safe space and I'm saying stuff and y'all are clutching pearls and all that?
I didn't clutch. I was just fucking with you.
I know. I know. I know.
Yeah, but I knew that relationship couldn't be because it didn't start super honest. Like I was still married,
Oh,
and
they didn't know you were married.
they knew that I was coming out of a
So
marriage. They
where?
knew that I
So
was coming out of a
where's the
marriage.
dishonesty?
Um, it was dishonest. The
Spiritually, it was this.
dishonesty, right, was in the spirituality of it all. Like I shouldn't have moved on. I shouldn't have opened the door until I closed the door, and it didn't happen like that. And
I
I'm like,
mean,
I stay in this relationship. Am I good to him? Am I good to him, or do I do the same thing to him that I did to the one that I was walking out the door on? It was so complicated, and it was very, very hard to walk away.
so when you say that, right? Was that chapter technically in your mind closed?
With my marriage,
Yeah, before you
yeah,
moved on, was it closed?
not before I was divorced. Like emotionally, all emotionally, physically, mentally, I was moved on, but I was still
Okay,
married on paper.
right. On paper is what I'm
Yeah,
getting to. Because even
yeah.
before, if we really talk about the whole thing of marriage, before we had to go to this building and sign our names on the dotted lines, the olden time they'd be like, "You like me? Yeah, cool. You like? Okay, cool. We kind of married now. We might
Oh
be.
Lord.
Someone might bless us or whatever the case may be, but that was it. It was no paperwork. So what I'm saying is, you thinking that you didn't close a chapter, but in your mind and everything else, you technically did close that chapter before moving on.
I was gone.
Now,
Yeah, I was completely
yeah.
gone.
Now, if you were still one pinky toe in and the other side of your body out, then that's when
Mm-mm.
you're playing the games. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Have you?
paperwork for me still holds weight.
For a lot of people, it does. Have
Hmm.
y'all ever felt pressure to compromise your goals or desires for a partner, and how did you handle it?
Yes, I stayed. Now I regret it because I was like, well, we're gonna get your goals done first. And we did that, we did that, we did that, and I end up on the fucked up end of the spectrum.
So you put him before what you needed or before what you had.
Mm-hmm.
I think we might have been married to the same man. So before,
But you want to
You
encourage your
once
partner.
again, that's strike number two. Not gonna do
let's go ahead for that three. Let's go ahead for that three,
Oh, that
Hector.
sounds
No, but so in my situation though, that was my role. Like my role was to elevate my household because I stayed in the house. You know what I mean? The house was my job. So whatever everybody else needed is what I provided. I don't have no regrets about that. Like I kept a trade, I kept a license, so I could always bounce back to my career in and out as I wanted to. But for me, because it was 90-10, that support and that space to grow for him was important to our marriage. So it worked just the way it was supposed to, in my opinion.
I think if I was to do it again, I wouldn't say we're gonna get you together to me together. I'm like, I need to figure out how we both gonna get what we need to be accomplished, because now the egg on my face from pouring into you so much and nothing being poured back to me ultimately still affects me, and you didn't try to leave and make sure I was good. That, I think that's what my issue is, how people exit
Got you.
relationships. Because we could end a relationship and still make sure each other is good and not be in a relationship. But some men, to me, a lot of men are more bitter than the women. But I digress. I ain't even gonna go down that hole. I digress.
And see, for me, my ex-husband, like I said, it took him a little while. He had a spell where he wasn't fucking with me at all. And it was cool because we was divorced and I wasn't fucking with him. Today, he makes space and he not going to see me fucked up. He just not.
Now, he even
Um,
told me something when we were out the other day, and
yeah,
yeah,
what
it was. I was like, okay.
I think that
whatever.
that comes with maturity. When they really mature and heal, then they come back and want to make sure you good. But I
Yeah,
need you to be that when we not, in good space.
Well, I
I
mean, it
gave
does
him
happen
that
on the other
space
side
though.
too.
Yeah.
It does happen on the other side because, especially for and you to speak to your bitter comment, a lot of times, and I've seen it, right? The man, okay, I don't want this. I'm cool off of you. I understand we got kids together. Cool. They leave, and then the kids are being used as pawns or
Ugh.
emotional manipulation against the dude. So, and we all know when it comes to family court and all that, being having a penis, you're already down 50 points.
Mm.
So, so for a lot of men, going and having to get a lawyer, get all this stuff, and they tell you out the gate before they even do any signing of anything, it's going to be a $20,000 retainer.
Shit.
And most guys don't have that, to give because they still need to take care of the kids, all because they left a situation that they no longer wanted to be in. Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you.
That's not my
So,
ministry.
no, and I get it, but we always have talks of certain sides without realistically knowing how sometimes the system is against the man off rip in a domestic family situation. You know what I
Yeah, I've
mean? And
seen it.
Tasha, me and you've talked where we're talking about how certain states now have changed laws
Yep. Yep. September.
just recently
To
to
favor
make it
fathers.
more correct.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is rough. Like I seen it. Like my ex went through it with his first child's mother and his first child, and it was ugly to see. Um, but in my head, I got that naivete thing where I think like, why it can't be this hard. All you have to do is, all you should have to do is, well, if you just would do this, then maybe.
It's
And
always
that
easier.
wasn't so.
There's no emotions. All you gotta do is X, Y, and Z. But when people got emotions, you gotta do
And
E, F, and G.
And
one,
that's the
two, and
thing, right?
three, and the at
I've heard
symbol.
from I've heard from women a lot of times. Oh, well, if that was my kid, oh, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not in that situation to be able to say that.
Yeah.
I've personally seen people unalive themselves over just that situation
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
because they couldn't take the stress of being away from their kids, something that they truly wanted. They couldn't handle that. And it's unfortunate that they chose to do that route. But I mean, it's when you talk about emotions, it's like we could say, oh, you should have handled it this way, handle it that way, but we're not in that situation to handle it the
Yeah.
way that they chose to handle it.
Moment of transparency. And this sounds crazy. But when I got divorced, I thought I was gonna be happy. It was like the best day of my life, I thought. And when I sat there, when it all came down, I cried because for the first time in my life, I felt like I failed at something. It was like the
Mm.
world in that moment came crumbling down. And I went to sleep. I went to the courthouse. My mom said, "I have a shot." And I just laid there on the couch. And then when I finally woke up and tried to process it, I cried because I felt like the biggest failure. And I think that's the part of divorces and breaking up families that people don't talk about. And it took me a while to get over that. I was heartbroken. I still loved my husband when I divorced him at that time. But I couldn't get to where I need to get in my life and continue to be married to him. So I had to let the marriage go. But I felt like the biggest failure and I cried.
So I had been emotionally abandoned years before that marriage ended. And so I'd say the last 2.5 or 3 years of that marriage, I was on my self discovery run and I'm in therapy and I'm working on me and I'm working my shit out. Um, the honesty is that I was able to grieve the end of that relationship before the ink actually dried on my decree.
I
So
thought I
when
was too. I filed for the damn divorce and I'm the bitch crying.
it was a day for me, y'all. Like if I would have known this was a topic, I'd have sent Hectic picture to put up on the screen because I had my decree next to my face and we took a
Oh
little
damn.
snapshot together. It was a lot, but I feel like if I had not had that 3 years prior, I don't know what divorce would have looked like for me. I don't know what it would have looked like for me. I had moments while I was still in the house. But once I cried that last good cry, and that was probably a year and a half before we were divorced. I'm like, I just gotta move on, whatever that looks like for me.
I just don't think we talk about the grief of a marriage enough. I think that's why I wanted to bring that because when he said when you separate mentally, emotional, all that stuff, like we don't talk about the grief because when you
There's
go through a divorce,
definitely
it's like a death. Like you go through those 6 stages and just simple stuff. One time I was divorced and I needed the light change. It was something so stupid. And I called it custom out because now I gotta find somebody to do it.
now I got to change this thing. You see what I'm talking about, Hectic? Now I got to take this trash out.
Yes, I didn't pump my own gas for 8 years. I said, "Who the fuck gonna pump gas? This is
Girl, I'm about to move to New
independent person." I
Jersey.
was like, "This is stupid." And so then I used to work in like, "Is you gonna pump this gas?"
What is it going to be? I
All right.
definitely identify with that.
Do y'all think society encourages women to settle for less in relationships? Why or why not?
I don't think they encourage women to settle for less, but they encourage women that if you want to be married, find somebody who aligns with you and stop listening to the outside noise that tells you the 6'6", the 200K, the CEO. Like that may not be your person.
You just gave me deja vu, but I remembered why.
But that may not be your person. But if you are out here single and dating and you want to be married, find the person that aligns best with your values, with your morals, um, with what you're trying to do in the future, maybe financially, but somebody that takes care of you emotionally, mentally, and physically. I don't know. I don't know. We make it way too complicated.
I
Say it
feel
again. I
We
ain't hear
make it
that.
we make it a little bit complicated.
Oh,
That's all
okay.
you getting is a little bit. That's all you getting.
Okay. I got a lot before now, and when and you
A,
backtrack to a
li-
little.
a
It's
little.
cool.
We make it a
It's
little
cool.
complicated.
It's
I
cool.
feel society does not encourage marriage at all.
Oh,
And it's not even a men or woman thing. I just think that they don't. Like I desire to get married again. I'm going to get married again because I love
period.
being married so much. Like it is so cool always to have somebody to hang out with. It's so cool to
Why do
have
you have to be married to have that?
I didn't
She
I'm not saying that you have to have that. I'm telling you my joys of marriage.
Yeah.
But and then there's people like you, no disrespect, you say, well, you can have all that. You don't need a piece of paper to have that. I feel like nobody encourages marriage anymore. But I believe in marriage so much. I love
yeah.
the aspect. I love the unity. I love all that comes with it. I love that. And it's
I
like
love the sex.
I mean anyway.
You ain't got to do all that looking and searching and finding and getting to know because your person is right there every evening. So that works for me. That's the
Allegedly.
that's the part that works for
The
me.
most they say more married people have less sex than people that are not married.
Facts.
Y'all need to
So
get
that's
your
why I feel like
Facts.
all
shit
the
together.
other stuff was my highlight of it. But I just feel like make marriage cool again because I think that it's not. So when he says society tells you to marry down, I feel like society don't tell you how to get married at all.
Make marriage
So
cool again should be on the hat, girlfriend. It
yeah,
should be
I
on
was
the
about to
hat.
say she made a whole slogan. So okay. So to your point, what do you think will take for people to make marriage look cool again?
It make being in love be cool again. Like
Right.
it's like
We don't
I
even have love songs anymore.
We do
yeah, that's
not.
what I'm saying. It's nothing about it. It's like everybody's just okay with having sex with people and jump into that. It's so difficult for me to like date and like a person enough for them to want to touch me. Like this summer was crazy. I did so many gigs and guys would hit on me, but the conversation for me, some people say I'm a prude. But anyway, it was just too it was just too straight to the bedroom for me. And I get clammy. I have to be comfortable with you to even have those conversations or engagement with you personally. I've gotten better, but I'd be so turned off because why are you asking me anything sexually and you don't even know my favorite color?
6 minutes. You've known me 6 minutes.
6 minutes and
You
like
want
you
to
want
know if I
to
like the
you
pretzel or starfish. You know
right.
me 6 minutes, sir.
I met a guy in the first 10 minutes asked if he can do some strange things to my booty hole. I was like, what are you talking about?
There's only one strange thing he could do. Well, there's two.
Well,
There's
he
two
asked for
things he
he
could
Why
do.
do
asked
you
for
always
one
have
of
to take
them.
it so
One
far?
of,
So
so 50-50 rolling the dice what that was.
let me go back to what the question was. Let me answer your question because he was trying to distract. So, what can we do to make things cool again? I feel
Yeah.
like the first thing we should do is actually be proud of the person that we're with. Like you got so many people I know on social media married. I know they're married, but I never see them on their thing. It's like you're so people want to be in a relationship but single at the same time. Let's go out and have matching outfits like they did in the 90s. That's a good way to start. You know what I'm saying? At least we're the same. I like stuff like that. I like that gay shit. But
I
same
like that gay shit. It's
I
crazy.
do. I love that. We bought matching shoes. Like we got shoes. We got the same shoes. Like make being a couple and enjoying each other and loving each other out loud again, cool again. That's what I want.
Yeah.
My next person, we gonna make it happen. I know exactly what I
Y'all
want.
gonna wear matching Christmas pajamas?
I think that's a little gay, but we gonna do it though because I
They
like
gonna
it.
do it. They gonna do it.
All right. I mean, so I will CL. There's not too many times that I could say I agree with you, but I definitely agree that we are in an over sexualized society right now.
Hypersexual.
Um, love is a lot of me and Tasha talked about this as well. A lot of people equate sex to love,
Mm-hmm.
and not knowing those are two very separate things. So to them having sex is them having or
I'm
being
showing
in
you
love
love.
or
I can't have casual
whatever.
sex because I have to have some type of something with you.
Oh,
We talked about that
okay,
too.
But that's
that's
just me.
cool.
It's not everybody. But for
Yeah,
me to let you even in
yeah.
my space like that, I gotta have. But that don't exist no more, and I think that's why I'm still single, but not pressured not to feel like I'm okay with being single because I know exactly how I want to be loved on and appreciated on.
Yeah, what's for me will be for me, and I'm gonna know it as soon as I see it.
But when I get
Um,
that thing, it gonna go crazy. I'm telling you. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for what I want.
Pastor, what do you think will make love great again, or make people, marriage great again?
So it starts by oh gosh, the generation of families that we have now. Like, I'm not saying my grandparents, because my grandparents may not have done it the same way. I mean, the right way. But then I've got my mother's siblings, right? And I've got an aunt. She's been married for a long time, a very long time. But if they see it, right? If you're raising a family and they see that love, they see that partnership, they see the compromise, it's something that they want. But because they're not seeing it, I don't know when it comes back. I don't know who starts it back, but they got to see it. Um, you know, children will do as you say, but if you model the example, they'll do what you do.
Mm.
That's what they'll do mostly.
I agree with you, but we live in a world where did they see that at? Where what examples where can they get that from? Because
That's
it's so few and far between because the world I'm raising my son in right now is divorce. That's the common thing now. Like mom, we'll say mom got divorced. It's just like it's not a negative thing anymore. It's not negative. It's just some shit that happened. So it's like where do we find those examples to look for
you might have to burn it all down.
and start over? Because
You
now
might have to burn
it's
it all down.
cool for men to cheat and men don't try to check men. Or, so I don't want to be biased, it's cool for women to cheat, which I find disturbing, and they girls don't say that to them. I'm like, that shit is weird. Like, really, bitch? Like you can't be my friend and cheat on your man or your husband because I'm checking that shit at the door because I don't want your man to hate me because he think I condone that and not trust me because they hate your friends when they don't do that. You know?
It wouldn't matter because I've been that friend where the oh yeah, I know, surprising, right? Y'all would think I'd just be like, yeah, I got bitches for all of you. No, that's not how this works. Where one of my homies, he at the time he was going through something where he found out the kid wasn't his. And me and him sat for hours and we talked. And I was like, bro, I mean, I understand it's fucked up, but how do you feel about her? And he was like, man, I love her. And I'm
Mhm,
like, all right, well, I was like, does that change how you feel about the boy? He was like, nah, that's still my son. All
mhm.
right, go home. That bitch still hated me.
I thought this was a positive
I
story.
thought it was gonna have a happy ending. I was so looking forward to the happy ending.
I mean, they went off into the sunset, and I mean, I guess they had more kids or whatever, but she hated me. She thought I was a bad influence on him, not knowing that I was the only friend in the friend group that
Telling them to
told
go
him to
home.
stay, told him to
Mm,
go home. Hey, bro, this is your last night on my couch. You got to go home.
That is
mm.
I just thought that story was going
Yeah.
nowhere.
Now this thing may have to be destroyed, and we may not ever see it again in our lifetime. So, for the persons who want to be married, we just got to do what
Couples
we
don't even
have to
hold hands
do.
in public no more unless they're older. Like I
It's
never see people my age holding hands. You don't hold my
it's
motherfucking
very
hand if I'm your girl. 'Cause I'm
I am
real.
a very affectionate lover.
I'm very affectionate too. But what I'm saying is, she said we have to bring back the example so they can see it. But there's
Yeah.
nowhere to see it. We went to the fair and I didn't see anybody holding hands. Like y'all on a date night, y'all walking like y'all both looking for something else.
everybody's too
You and me, we holding
cool.
hands.
Everybody's too
I'm very
cool.
I'm very romantic, so I do all that shit. I hold right there. You know where the dip is, right on the back before the butt. I hold right there. That's my spot, and then I guide her wherever I need to guide her at. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. But I can only talk about my. Okay, so we talking about divorce. What do y'all think is leading
Why
to
every
all
time
these
I say something,
divorces?
you take it so personal? That's what I'm trying
I,
to
Huh?
figure
I
out.
noticed it from the very beginning of the
What
show,
happened?
but nothing.
What?
We're talking about you, not to you. Go ahead. What was your question? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Go ahead. Talk back
Don't
to
take
the.
any of it personal. I'll just let y'all know
No, I said
that
something
it's
that
different on this
I
side.
noticed, and he made sure I knew what was continues. Go ahead about
Exactly.
your show today.
Exactly.
What do y'all think is leading to all these divorces? Because it's at a high level. And you know what divorce group is the highest right now?
Let me guess. Let me guess.
Go ahead.
Black women.
I was gonna say
No.
white.
Huh?
I was gonna say white people.
No.
What? What
White
group?
people will stay with each other for the cause.
Mm, 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 mm.
Lesbians.
I was about to take that guess.
Lesbians are toppling the divorce charts right now. Toppling.
Well,
Gay men are
well,
staying with each other longer than lesbians.
I'm speechless. I thought they loved each other, for better or worse, in
Women
sickness
are
and in health.
emotional wrecks, so if you put two of them bitches together, I could see
What
why
are they? What are
that
they? Yeah,
out.
emotional wrecks.
No disrespect, but that is how I feel. Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So what do y'all think is leading to these divorces?
Unrealistic expectations.
Ooh, that's a very, very great one.
Yeah,
That's
unrealistic
a very great one.
expectations. People have an idea of what they think marriage should and should not be. They move inside that space and they fuck themselves every time.
No, 100%. 100%.
What did I do? What did I do that I got big screen?
Nah,
Yeah,
you
we
do.
want to make sure everything you look beautiful. You look so beautiful.
Thank you,
Um,
girl. Thank you.
but what I would say about it is people marrying the representative. They're marrying fast. And I'm a victim of marrying fast. I didn't even date my first husband. I just married the nigga. He wasn't my boyfriend or nothing. He
Wait,
met me
wait,
the third time.
wait. What?
Yes, he
You
never
wasn't my boyfriend or nothing.
he wasn't. We were just cool. Like just we talk and text. And he lived on the West Coast. And I lived in the South. And I went out there a couple times to hang out with him, just hang out, because we was hanging out. And I was shooting shots of tequila. He was drinking whiskey, and he was sitting on the couch. He was like, "Man, the next time I see you, I want to marry you." I said, "Let me take my shot first, because that's kind of crazy." I took it. I said, "All right, cool." The third time I ever seen this man, I married him.
I like that.
It was over with. I
I could
wrote
probably.
one time. I had to test it out. And then it was so weird because I feel like I know I got catfish, but that's a whole nother story for another day. But I got dick fish because the dick that I rolled before I married it, because I had to test it out, because everybody said, you got to test it. That motherfucker was great. But that motherfucking dick that I had was never the same dick that I married ever again. Ever.
That is hilarious.
I called my son Orca Reckenbacher because I made that baby in 2 minutes. But the first time he had sex, we had sex for 6 hours. I said, "Where's the dick that you had before? Where did you put
Definitely
that?"
got definitely got dick fish. She
I got
definitely got
fish.
dick fish.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, relationship sex and getting to know you sex is totally different. Getting to know you sex be like, you want to do it where?
Right
Run
now.
it.
Right now. Right now. On the
Oh,
statue in
get
the
a
park near the
Tarantino
water.
at the birthday party of Joey.
Yes.
Meet me in the bathroom. Like,
Period. Period. Oh,
yeah.
I might have been a coup fish.
What is good?
The
He
opposite
just
of dick
making up
fish.
words
The
tonight.
No,
opposite of dick fish.
I
I may have
understood
been.
what you meant. I was waiting
Yeah,
for
I
the
might have been.
explanation of.
Because I know the sex that I had before marriage was sensational, but I also know that the sex that I had inside of the marriage, it was very, very conservative, and I got kids now. How I'm supposed to
Oh
kiss my
yeah.
kids with this mouth. It was very different. It was very different. I can say that. It was very different.
Nah, you that pussy was on some bullshit. That's what
It-
that's on some bullshit. That's what I like you,
she
but
abs-
that pussy was on some bullshit, and
it
I
but
absolutely was.
But that's what a lot of married men complain about,
Yeah,
though. They
yeah, I'm
say,
sure I did.
listen, when before we were married, we would do it here, there, everywhere. She didn't care who was looking, who was watching, who could
Yeah,
potentially look or watch.
yeah,
As soon as
yeah.
I said I do, then she put on that what's the nun shit, the nun outfit. She put on that thing,
And my
and
panties that
all our sex was missionary, and that's it. She wouldn't suck my dick. She wouldn't do none of this stuff. Like, so when he stepped out or when they step out, then they be like, what you want me to do? You won't even suck my dick. I get my dick sucked twice a year, birthdays and
and
anniversaries.
and Father's Day
And no, because you give us bullshit ass ties and socks for Father's Day.
and dick sucks. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah,
find, find the ones giving out dick sucks for Father's Day. I'll wait.
in this moment, I'm feeling ashamed.
at this
I am
moment I'm uncomfortable
growing.
because he keep on saying the D word. I'm like, my God,
I
Jesus!
am feeling ashamed for the very
I
first
thought this was
time.
a family show.
No.
Family.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Uh-uh. Sorry, Hectic. Sorry. Sorry.
I don't think I've ever dick fished a woman. Um, I do. I act like more like the woman once I'm in a relationship. It's like
Oh, so when you
you
take your
wanna have
drawers
sex
off, you cover
again?
your eyes like this.
You want
Yeah, like okay, I'm just.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
Oh my God.
Nah, I will roll over on a chick. What you ain't you? If you want this dick this bad, you gotta work for it. I'll roll right over, right
Mm-mm.
over.
All right, I'm a
I ain't in the mood tonight. I got a headache.
he got a yeah, not today.
Yep.
Not today. You won't go
Yeah.
to sleep on you won't go sleep your ass on the couch.
Cool. I won't be bothered. I get some probably the best sleep of my life. Because you ain't gonna pull the covers off of me. You ain't gonna kick me in the back. You ain't gonna make my feet cold. Yeah,
Oh
great.
my
Thank you.
god. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that was the first time I said that out loud. Heck, your show is causing me to grow in this
I
moment.
like that for
And
you.
I appreciate it. I do.
How do you handle disagreements about spending and money situations with your partner?
Because I feel like with these questions, you're talking to two different me's, but I'm gonna try my best to answer it.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I need you to give me what I need you to give me, and then you can do whatever you're gonna do with your money. I'm gonna need this for what we got going on, which is our household. We're gonna need this to save, and what and your money, that's your money.
Okay. That's fair. So you thrown into that pot too?
Yeah, I will, because my money is my money too. Like
Okay.
we have a slogan at my house. The bills is the bills. The bills gonna get paid. That's just what that is. I always made a lot more, but I never wanted that to. For me, I don't feel like the leader necessarily has to be the sole provider, because it's not like that in the time that we live in. You can get an office job and make great money, but you might marry a guy that's blue collar, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't feel like he should be degraded because of that. Now, like I told you, things that my husband did for me, he gonna make sure these nails is done because I like to do this. He gonna make my he gonna make sure my gas tank was filled up. He did. It was certain things that he did to cater to me that were for me, because although he couldn't pay every single thing, he still made me
He
feel
did
like
what he could.
catering to my wife. I'm doing this to you. Hey, you got your lunch money because on my days off, I like a little personal date. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, he got to spend what he spent. I spent what I spent. The household was taken care of. The savings was taken care of. We move on. I'm not your mama. You not my daddy. But don't fuck off your money and think I got to replace it because that's not happening either.
It was the one thing that we didn't argue about in my household. We
Yeah,
never argued about money. Um, so Charles's position was, you know what's there, you know what's going out. If you wanna, because I was a whimsical I am a whimsical person. It would be like I wake the whole household up at 5:30 in the morning. Come on, y'all, we're going to the beach and down to the boardwalk. Now I might have looked at that bank account before I imagined this beach trip in my head, and like, you know, and be like, you know what, I might have to pack sandwiches for this trip because we still got to get through XYZ. But we was going to the goddamn beach. Now, on the other side of the beach, we come home, we done spent gas, them sandwiches that stayed in the cooler, we done ate fries and cotton candy and funnel cake
It was
on the
fun.
boardwalk. It was fun. Come back home, now I'm looking at that bank account again. He look at me, I look at him. You knew it was there before you left. You right. So whatever I gotta do
Uh,
to get us to the next point is what I did. It was no big deal, but we never argued about money.
okay. Okay. That's dope. That's I feel like what y'all are describing is not necessarily ideal, but I feel like that's one key component that a lot of people are missing in a not even marriages, just relationships in general. Knowing your partner, right? Like CL, you said he got my nails done, he kept gas in my tank. I know my partner. Uh
He posted
Rhythm.
too because I
I'm not calling you that,
yeah.
Tasha. Uh he said, "Hey, you know what's in there? You know what's coming in, what's going out." Like you have to know your partner, and I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot of people that it's not even the representative, right? Because a person could show up how they supposed to be, and the person that's looking at them just ignore all the signs and formulates in their head who that person is,
So it's not,
right?
I wouldn't even say it's ignoring it, right? I think I said to you earlier, like people can only get to know you as far as they have gotten to know themselves. So while we calling that person the representative, that could be their best and true self. But because I don't know me, what am I looking for in him? And I don't know
Correct.
who I am.
Correct.
I think another part of it is perception is reality, right? And
Yeah.
I think we get caught up in our perception so much that people begin to live in their delusion.
Mm,
And nigga, I ain't never did no shit like that. But since that's your reality of how this shit supposed to work, now you're holding me to an expectation that I've never done that. I've never been that. And that's why marriages don't work because they're living in their delusion of reality of what the marriage is supposed to be, but it was never that. Like you got women
right.
that get married. Okay, bitch, you know he worked at Sam's Club. Why do you think that you about to be a passenger princess and you ain't got to work? That never
Girl.
even existed in this thing. But she's so deep in her delusion, and now since he's not meeting this expectation he don't know about, now it's
She's
a problem.
miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like I told
Relationships
y'all,
are funny.
I mean, I said this story once before. I was with someone, and we were fine before we got on the subway. As soon as we got off the subway, she throwing me units, and I'm like, what's wrong with you?" And she's like, "Oh, well, text that other bitch that you were texting." I'm like, "What other bitch are you talking about?" She's like, the winky eye, kissy face." Winky eye, kissy face. What are you referring to? And she's like, "Check your phone." I'm like, "Listen, a chick texts me about going to a strip club and she knows I'm in that life. So she's asking me which club she should go to. Here, I don't believe you. Go all the way to the crib. She's still mad. And to the point where I'm like, bitch, look at my phone. You can go through it. I don't give a fuck. And she's like, you probably deleted it. I deleted it this whole time. We've been arguing about this this text message. I'm that good not to look at my phone and just delete it. I was like, yo, you got problems.
You deleted it with your mind. What the hell?
Yeah, and ruined the whole joint. Like I was just like, yo, we were having a great night, and you had to find something that was not even there to make a big deal about. Like it
Mm.
was craziness. And
People
with
live in their
that,
illusion and it fucks up the reality for real.
yeah. And with that, we're
Mm.
gonna take a little break.
Are you the
Okay.
smartest dummy or the most dense genius in your friend group? Yeah, us too. That's why you'll fit right in with the Enlightened Idiot podcast, live every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. We're talking bold takes on sex, mental health, current events, and all the stuff you forget you care about until somebody says it out loud. So slide through, kick back, and get your dose of real talk and reckless wisdom. Stay enlightened.
If y'all didn't realize whose voice that was, well, here she
Hey,
is.
it was the
Here
girl
she
from Rhythm and
is in
Blues.
the flesh.
Listen, as
Yeah,
soon
with
as it
her
came up, I'm
many,
like,
many names.
mind your business about my names. That's first and foremost. But I heard my voice and I looked up. I'm like, oh, that's me. Look at me
I
go.
thought she was talking through the commercial break. I said, did she know still I'm like, shh.
Mm. She told me to
Y'all
shut.
are silly. Y'all are silly. Um, what do y'all think men need to do better for the relationship?
Take care of their mental health. Take care of their mental health. Taking care of their mental health takes care of them so that they are better able to take care of their partner. But if you functioning in a whole bunch of chaos in your heart and in your mind, you ain't gonna bring nothing to her but chaos. He got to take care of him. He got to take care of him.
Be present in the relationship. And
What does that mean?
I when I say that, I mean this hectic. For me, people that know me, they say I'm a romantic. But it's not necessarily that I'm a romantic. It's just that if I'm with you and we're in this space, don't be on your phone. That drives me crazy. If I'm talking to you, don't touch your phone. Like if you were here, anybody was here, and I'm entertaining my company, my phone is somewhere else. Be in the now, because right now the world is so into social media. You can't do go 2 seconds without touching your phone. Be present with me. I'm telling you something is going on with me, and yeah, I'm multitasking, but you're not. I kind of feel like Diddy when people do that. When you picking your hair, you know you picking your motherfucking hair. But in a relationship, be present. If she going through something, or if you're saying good morning, or just engaging, like that goes a long way in relationships. Hey, beautiful. Like you see it? You see my outfit? I feel good. Like be present. When you hype me up, don't be looking at your phone like, girl, you wearing that dress. How the fuck you know?
You
Like,
can't
you
even
know,
see me. You can't even see me.
what men could do better is be present, be in the now, be engaged, be in sync with your girl. That's what you could do. And I say it vice versa for women too, because it's women that's they do everything for the kids, but you abandon your man. You're not in the now. When it's come to make his plate, you know he don't eat beans, but shit, fuck it. I put it on there anyway instead of say, hey, I apologize. Let me correct your plate. It's just he'll get over it. Stop treating people like they're disposable, their feelings and
Yeah,
emotions, and address
yeah,
it. I feel like if we both do that on both sides, relationships are going to be better.
easy.
So, I know y'all say I'm making this about me, but I that's when I learned I was growing. When I would do something to someone, or even like that situation with that person, she started to cry in the moment because I wasn't harsh with her, but I was just like, yo, like you ruined this night. Like we had a great night and you ruined this night. She's like, well, I planned everything. You know what I mean? And I remember like grabbing her and holding her and bringing her closer. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. All right. But I'm telling you that whatever you thought you saw is not what anything is going on. I'm here with you. I'm not here with no other chick. I don't care about, you know what I mean? When I started to be able to say I am sorry
Hmm.
is when I realized I was A, probably getting older and B, maturing. Because most of my life I don't say sorry. I'd be like, my bad. Oh, whoops. Well, something,
Damn.
something of that nature. And now that I am able to be like, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and mean it. And like really mean it, not say it just to appease the other person. Like, you know what I mean? That's when I realized I was maturing. So, and Tasha, you were right. I always feel like you can't take care of others if you can't take care of yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether
I mean
that's
that.
mentally, spiritually, financially, whatever. You can't take care of others before you can take care of yourself. And I feel like so many people, and that's why so many people are feeling slighted when a relationship does not work because they're like, I put all my time, effort, and energy into something, and I was not having, or I was not being fulfilled, but I was pouring into others and others weren't pouring into me.
Yeah. Yeah. But you didn't start
And
with you.
correct.
You didn't
And
And
start
you
still
have
with
to set
you.
that boundary. You have to set those boundaries because people will do what you allow them to
Oh
do.
yeah. Oh yeah. Where I am right now, people can only get from my overflow. Like if it's going to take anything away from me, you can't have it. But if I am bursting out of the seams, you can have all that burst. But anything that's for me is absolutely for me, and you can't have it.
it's okay to be selfish with yourself. And I
Mhm.
heard someone say one time, we teach people how to treat us and mistreat us.
Oh,
Um, and I think that is awesome. But most importantly, I feel like people have to, if you are going to try a relationship, be patient enough to provide people the reassurance that they need. Even if it's not for you, it's not about necessarily the apology. I'm talking to Hektek that you gave. It was, she was looking for reassurance and just patience, and you was like, bitch, fuck all of this. What the fuck is you talking
Now
about?
I snap. I snap for real, for real.
I
Because
understand.
but remember, like a little context. It was like 30 minutes, and I'm trying to be like, hey, it's not what you think it is. Let's just continue the night. Let's enjoy the night. So by minute 30, I'm like, all right,
All right, so
I,
I'm giving
I
you
I'm done with
a
this.
whatever, whatever.
carrot. So in your relationship, this is what we could have did better. This is my little carrot. You know how you put those in the sentence? It's not what you think it is. And at that moment when you said that, it should have been, it's not what you think it is, comma, blah, 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 blah. Address it, nipped it in the butt, and move forward with the night. If you'd have did that 15 minutes in, 10 minutes in, we wouldn't have got to the place where we exploded. But like you said, that's the maturity part. Because
No,
I used to be a
but
hothead too. You getting on my goddamn nerves. But now I
so I
have,
did that. I did that minute one.
you
I
didn't do it, you didn't do it good enough.
God damn.
well,
Apparently. To her standard. I don't know.
yeah,
God
yeah.
damn.
Yeah. No, I did that minute one, shoulder the phone, was like, it's not what you think. I'm here with you. This is what it was. This is why she hit me up. Boom, boom, boom. And she was like, well, why was she sending you winky kissy faces? I'm like, she didn't send me no winky kissy face. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I can't explain something that was not there.
That you
I'm,
made up.
I'm,
That you made
she,
up.
she, she made this completely up.
She
Now
looked
I
at her.
am mature enough to know when she caught me with my hands on another girl's ass, I didn't know for sure if that happened or not. But I was like, hey, if it did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I mean? But
Fucking.
yeah.
But see, that's the old
Um,
me. Like I said, you're talking to two different me's. Hammer time. Don't fucking play with me. How you don't know you
All
put your
right.
hand on somebody ass? That right there would have been a
now,
whole
if I did, I'm sorry. But
You
Well,
said I'm sorry for
so
touching
to explain, I was sitting down, the
one of
girl's
those.
shorter, and
me.
I
That's
reached over like this. And I guess when I reached over, I guess my hand just, she had a little bubble and my hand just rested on top of the bubble. I didn't know. It wasn't like I was massaging the ass or anything like that.
you had an
But,
ass back with a cup on that booty, and you knew it. So you know you should have gave that bitch a side hug. I'd have broke your fucking hands.
Damn.
Back to you, Hectic.
Back to you. Damn.
oh, man, I
We
knew
do
this was
so
going to
good,
happen.
and then he
That's
just
why I had y'all on the show.
Cause you know,
This is a great one for CL. Do women feel comfortable expressing their sexual desires openly?
me. No, but I know other women that are. Um,
This is your question for you specifically.
big face, big screen, big screen.
Oh yeah, the co-host said it.
so for me, no, I don't. I don't. I think
Why
it's
or
just
why not?
the why is I never felt comfortable talking about me sex personally, but I will listen to your sexcapades and stories all the time. But when it comes to me talking about me, I've never felt comfortable. I'm trying to get there in my sexuality. I know what I like. I feel like at game time, then it needs to come up. But expressing myself, I just don't. I don't have that quorum. I'm sorry.
So say you met said dude. You and said dude go back to wherever comfortable spot y'all want to be at. Is that when you bring it up and be like, hey, by the way, I like a little finger here, a little lick there, a little
Yeah,
Did you say you
no?
don't bring it up? You don't
I
bring it up?
I would never bring it up.
I would never is
And I know
crazy.
it sounds bad, but I don't like conflict. I get so uncomfortable to a point where I don't want him to think this or think that. I get so into my head when it comes to sex and me. I just get that uncomfortable. But that's a me thing. This is a me question. I feel like he just wrote that question just now specifically for
Mm.
me.
I know, but my eyes twinkled when I saw it. Um,
Twinkle.
so how do you navigate that? Because you want to please your partner and you want to also be pleased. So if he's not hitting the spot, do you just go along with it and be like, oh, this
I'm
is
not
so
gonna go
great,
along with
I
it.
moaning and
absolutely avoid it. I don't, and it's not even just with that. It's a lot. I don't like conflict, and it's so many times in my life now that I'm doing my healing process that like I could have just spoke up, but it just like everybody say I don't know how to talk to people, or I always get backlash, or you didn't have to say it that way. So now some stuff I just stray away from. But sex has always been something that I did that with.
I hope I'm gonna talk to you again when you figure that out.
Okay.
I want to talk to you again when you figure that
I've
out. It's the
known
most
CL now
freeing
for a
shit.
couple years, and this is the most open she's ever
Wow.
realistically talked about sex. And we
Wow.
really haven't talked about sex.
And we
I don't
really
know why
haven't
it
even
just
talked
bothers
about that.
me so much that I want. I've never, and he's the only person in the world that he'll poke and poke. He's just
Oh,
like, he acts like I'm a fucking unicorn. Like, why won't you just, I'm like, I'm not doing comfortable. I'm going to keep asking you till you feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. Like, leave me alone.
Well, it's like microdosing. They say, how all these people walk around with these nut allergies, pause, and gluten allergies and all that, right? And you have to microfeed them. You give them a little bit, and so their bodies, become adaptive to it. So you need to become adaptive, and because I don't want you to have boring sex, CL.
Why is this so important to you?
I
it's
want you to have
important to
toe curling
everyone, CL.
orgasm.
I want you to reach for shit that's not there. And I want you to be able to
Yes.
talk about it after.
And be the most spiritual because you're calling for Jesus every
Oh
chance you get.
God. Oh God. He
What's the
might go
next
too far.
question? What is the next question?
Listen, we just ran a space where pleasure was the topic, right? So I'm 46 and I grew up, my grandmother raised me. So she had already raised her children and now she down to me. So shit like that just wasn't on the table. Like sex conversations, the changes in my body, like none of that stuff was conversations. And so what it turns into is a shame of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk to you again Once you
Why
start
you
talking your when you
so
start talking your shit.
I told you, it's not
When you
just
start
me.
talking your shit.
It's not just me.
it's
See,
like
you
it's
thought it was
crazy
just a me
because
thing.
I've never got a bad review on sex. Like they say, well, like the feedback that I've gotten with sex is like you are totally
You
different.
have open dialogue after sex.
I
What
am
I've
so
been
confused
told
right
is
now.
I'm trying to
So
conversation.
confused.
I'm trying because I really just want to just not. But the feedback that I've gotten on sex is you're two different people when the door closed. But I feel like that's when sex is supposed to be done. I don't feel like I need to talk about it before we get there, after, show up to game day. I don't know, but for people
Show
like
up to
Hectic,
me.
they have so many questions, and I'd be like, I can't answer these questions because number one, we're not even in that space. This conversation between us is inappropriate. That's how I feel. They're like, no, it's just a conversation. I can't. I'll get there, guys.
You will. You will. And when you get there and you come back and you talk to us, you can be like, I don't know what in the fuck I was doing all those many years.
But it's never been boring. I feel like it's the verbal part. I just can't communicate it. But
Are you nasty in the bedroom? Do you talk shit in the bedroom?
yeah, like I said, my husband said, you are a completely different person. Why are you looking at me like that? Do you remember it last night? I'm like, yeah, I thought it was showtime. I turn up. But it's getting, I'm not doing no advertisements. I'm not doing no commercial. I ain't got nothing. All I got is game day. That's it. I've never been told it was boring, you know what I'm saying? We be turned, but it's just, I can't.
We be
I clam
turned.
up.
Her
You see
hands
how
are
she got yeah.
sweating.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
hands are
She's
sweating
she's
right
going through the
now.
most right now. Do you feel women are rewarded for risk taking in business?
Mm. After they're scrutinized and told that how it's not gonna work.
I was finna say, dude,
But
is
ain't no
there a
reward. It's
reward?
if it works out, they're like, okay. They don't even say congratulations or good job. They be like,
Nah, they be like, damn, okay, you got one.
ah, that struck the fuck out of me. That's it. Like, what about congratulations? Oh hell no.
No, ain't gonna be no congratulations.
Oh, I think I support a lot of women in my circle and tell them how great of a job they're doing.
That's
I,
you, but that's you.
yeah, yeah,
The
I
whole
told he
yeah.
always
system.
makes it about him.
That's the Virgo in him, girl. That is the
After I give
Virgo
my,
I can
in
only
him.
speak about me. I can't speak about the rest of the world. I don't know them motherfuckers.
but it's only
Um.
I say something.
Oh yeah, CL because it's you.
I think so. But I'm a Virgo too, so I think that's why I meet him. I always just like
This makes sense now. This makes sense. Two Virgos and a Taurus. Can't nothing go
I
wrong.
love Tauruses. I
I
attract them like wildfire too. It's
It's,
crazy.
we are very, very friendship, relational compatible, but not like we couldn't be in love. So sorry, CL.
Oh.
No.
No finding out whether she cool fished you now, huh? Uh-huh.
Oh my god! I'm never coming back on this show, but I have.
uh,
You'll be back. You'll be back.
okay. Yeah. All right. What does self love mean to you, and how do you practice it?
That's a great question. I mean, I can start. I start every day with a smile on my face, no matter what I feel like when I wake up in the morning. I look in the mirror, I smile. I might have an affirmation. I might just talk my shit to myself because y'all know I talk to myself out loud. Um, but self love looks
Often.
Sometimes you don't even
often, yeah.
room. Sometimes you need a real nigga to talk to. So why not
Yeah,
yourself?
why not me? Why not me?
Hype me up. Yeah.
Um, but it feels like it's not even a look. It feels like all of the things that you do to tell yourself that in life you got this, whatever it is. Raising kids, I got this. Getting myself together and being more aware of who I am, you got this. It's self-discipline. I got this. It's not, I mean, going to get a pedicure and get your nails done, that's great. Getting a massage is great. But that self love work is internal, all things internal, so that when you present yourself to the world, they see it as love. Like you show it, you represent what it's supposed to look like.
My self-love, I listen to motivational speeches every day just to start my day. And I take walks every day because I gotta maintain my peace. Like I got into an argument the other day and it fucked up my lap. I've been upset for days behind one argument. And I think it's just difficult. But it fucked up my feng shui. I also listen to trap music. That's my
Nice.
love. It's my self-love. Um, and also I write. I write. That's my self love. I tell myself things that are positive about myself. I pour into myself. I pour into others around me, and I shut off a lot of stuff too. Sometimes for my self love, my self peace. Like some people, I can't talk to every day. If you have a negative day every fucking day, you will go from every morning to I talk to you after I get off work because my morning that sets the tone for my whole day. And
Yeah.
I protect it so much since this breakup that it's just that deep for me. I gotta protect the way I start my day because you would fuck up my whole day. So that's part of my self-love, just protecting my morning, how I start things off. And that's it.
I like it.
No, I love all those things. I was while y'all were talking, I'm trying to figure out my shit that I do, and
You
I
like
don't.
long walks on the beach, Hector?
No, I don't really do too much of anything. Maybe I'll start. Not that I don't not love myself because love the fuck out of me. Um, but I don't think I necessarily do
Show
anything
yourself
to.
love though. You love the fuck out of yourself, but how do you show yourself love?
That's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily do anything in particular.
So
Hmm.
how do you know you love you the fuck out of yourself? Because you said a strong statement, but then you don't have an answer.
Oh,
So that's why I'm kind
because I will always choose me.
That's not love though. That's
of yeah, I'm
survival
like
and
trying to think what that
preservation.
means. You're saying a bunch of
Hmm.
nothing.
Yeah, that's survival and preservation.
Yeah, that's avoidance. So some people confuse avoidance with peace. No, baby, that's not the same thing. But I'll get on you about that.
Uh,
You'll start something
um,
tomorrow
yeah, That's what I'm
and you'll
saying.
make
I'm
it a
being
thing.
honest.
It looks
Y'all,
like you're
y'all
working
want a
on
safe
your
space, and I'm trying
skincare
to have
because
my
it's glowing.
vulnerability too. I just don't do anything. Like, everything that I would say that I normally do is in the protection of my peace. I'll cut a motherfucker off. You know what I mean? But that goes back to this, defense mechanism more so than
Hmm.
self love.
Hmm.
Um, hmm,
I really feel like
maybe
I
I'll
have
figure it out.
a question.
Yeah, chew on it. Chew on it, sleep on it, wake up tomorrow and
I,
make
I probably
Monday the
won't.
first day.
I probably won't do anything differently tomorrow. I'll be 100% honest, but I will try
You
because I
Okay.
got
start
a lot of shit going on.
thought, so that's step one. The thought is step one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. You said you had a question, CL?
I did. I said it looks like you've been working on your skincare regimen. Have you been getting facials because you glowing? That's what I said. That's why I thought you were gonna say that was part of your self love. I don't know.
Oh, well, I do go get myself. I do go pamper myself from time to time.
That's self love.
But I just think that's maintenance. That's how I look at it. Just look at, but no, I haven't. I haven't done anything particular to my skin regimen. Um, hmm, maybe
Okay.
I'll try something
We
new.
got him. We got
Yeah,
him in his thoughts right now. CL, he is
because
in his
I
head.
don't. I'll go get like I'm going to go get mani pedi and a haircut probably Wednesday, and pamper myself a little bit.
I told him last night. I told him the other day, you need to get your nails done. Just do
Yeah.
it.
You
Just
must
do
Well,
listen
it.
to this too.
I do.
huh?
I'm in Texas as well. I'm in Central
I've
Texas.
been trying to get to Texas for a
Hey,
whole
y'all
year.
could
I
y'all
guess
could
that's
y'all
a
could
conversation.
do this
Today.
afterwards.
Oh, we were just meeting and greeting.
Hey,
God.
conversation
Y'all been on for
God.
like an
don't do that.
hour and almost 30
Don't
minutes
do
now at
that.
this point. So y'all met and greeted each other.
All I said,
Um,
I think it offended him when I said I've been trying to get to Texas for a whole year, but that's a conversation for another day.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That's why he was so.
Go cut us off.
um,
Go cut us off.
What lessons about independence and boundaries have you learned the hard way?
Ooh, ooh. Because I lacked boundaries, people was getting off on me like I was 95, like rough shot. It wasn't no
It's
yielding.
crazy that I understood that terminology.
Yeah, yeah, like it wasn't no let me yield before I merge. They was getting off on
On.
me. Um, so when I first started putting boundaries in place for the people that I was dealing with, they were hard, they were rigid, and they were everywhere, right? Because I didn't know how to do it either. I didn't know how to set boundaries for myself, so I was overdoing it at one point. And now I think I got it down to a science. Like you can't play in my face. I am easy to deal with, but hard to play with all the way around.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Um, what lessons about independence and boundaries have you learned the hard way?
That you could be so independent that no one ever wants to help you, even if you need help.
Check on your strong friend.
Damn. Okay.
That's that was my answer.
Okay. Nah, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, you're right. You know, when you have a strong friend or are that strong friend, and then you have your moments, and people be like, "I didn't even realize you were going through anything," and you be like, "Damn, maybe I'm not vulnerable enough, or maybe I don't show people enough, or maybe I don't let people in enough." Um, but the lessons and boundaries that I've learned the hard way, people love you till you say no.
Uh-oh. True story.
Once you say that first no, you are the most vile creature on the face of the planet. And those no's will save you peace. Those no's will save you heartache. Those no's will save you time, effort, money, all those things. I am now and on the better side of 40, getting better at saying no. I said no last night. I say no all the time now. Do you want to do this? No, I don't. Why not? I don't necessarily have to explain it to you. It's a no.
No is a complete and full sentence. No.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and
No.
then you would see who's still around you. The people that's still around you after you say no, that's your tribe. More or less. I mean, more or less. Because once you say no, trust me, people stop hitting you up, people
Mm,
stop coming around. Once you start saying no, it's a whole different ball game at that moment.
Because the first
mm.
time I said no, it was like I never said yes.
And that's how they do it. Them 100 yeses at one no cancel all
Oh,
those yeses out.
that's what. And then you'd be like, "But I fed you when you were down and out. I did this for you. I did that for you. I did this. I did this. I did that. I did this. I
And
did
don't
this." You're
put me in a position where I gotta do that. Don't put me in a
right,
position where I gotta say to you because you know what I did and you know what you did.
right.
Don't
But
put me
because
in a
I said
position where I
no,
gotta say it.
I said, I remember it was a couple years ago. It was South Beach, and I said no. And they went to bring up all the things they thought they did for me.
Mm.
And I had to remind them of all the things I've done for them. And then ask for a dime. Did it off the strength.
And they say, "Oh, you taking score now?" That's how you know you got them.
You wanna go tick for tack, yeah. You wanna go
Yeah,
tick
yeah.
for
Right,
tack.
I'm like, no,
right.
saying. You were saying, I was just saying, it ain't scorekeeping. I'm just making sure we on point.
Correct. We understand
Crazy.
this is reciprocal. You did for me, I did for you. But I am allowed to say no.
Yeah, no is no. No
Whew.
is no. Okay. Give me some.
Okay. This is one for Tasha, but CL, you could definitely answer. What advice would you give a woman about embracing their full selves without apology?
Oh God, because I thought you was about to say something else. I was about to turn this table
What
over.
But it's the same
CL,
thing,
get your
though.
mind out the gutter, please.
It's
No,
the
I
This
same
is
thought
a
you were
thing.
about to
family
ask
show.
her, what advice would you give women that's uncomfortable about talking about sex? I said, I'm about to kill
It
this.
would
I'm
be,
about to
but you
kill
know what? It would be the same advice. Walking your power. Like everything about you, about women is so fucking powerful. And if only we would realize it, step into it, 10 toes down, shit. World is ours. World would be ours. You missed it, CL, so I'll say it again.
Okay.
The answer to both questions would be the same. We are such a powerful, dominant presence in the ways that we're supposed to be powerful and dominant. And once we realize it and we step into it and we walk in it and stand 10 toes down in it, such a freeing feeling. Like I want y'all to be great. Be great.
Okay.
Be great.
CL?
I received that. I'm at a point in my life, I don't want to give advice because every time I give advice, people take it. It's like, it didn't work. But no, what's the question again? I missed the question because I just felt like you were trying to be petty towards me and I was losing it. So I missed it. So I apologize.
She ran.
It was
She ran.
not.
She was gone.
Honestly, that question, I didn't even know that question was there that I asked you.
Can you
I
just
just,
ask the question, please?
can I repeat the question? Is that what you asked?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got to scroll. What advice would you give a woman about embracing their full service selves without apology?
You gotta do right by yourself. It's okay to do right by you. It's okay to choose you. It's okay to find and meet the best version of yourself before you leave this motherfucker. That would be my advice. It's okay to do that and feel
Okay.
liberated. That's it.
When did y'all realize that y'all were doing that? Were living your truth?
Ugh.
About
I
18 months ago.
I had to been probably 29 years old. Um, Married. I had two children by then, and I was a stay-at-home mom. And some women, me, I got into that space, and I was like, and no knock to nobody who go to the Walmart. But I looked at myself one day. I had on like a Walmart skirt, some Payless sandals, and shirt was probably from Walmart too. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing really? What are you doing with yourself right now? And that was never my ministry. Like even growing up, like when I was being raised, like that. But I looked and I was happy to be in it. I was happy to be in my Walmart outfit. And
Mhm.
something in me clicked and changed. I know what it was. I went back home. So I was in Texas. That's exactly what it was. I was in Texas, in Rome, doing as the Romans, with my Walmart clothes and my Payless shoes. And then I came home and looked at myself like, "But what are you doing? You done got way too comfortable in this role that you playing." I got my shit together, and I've been on one ever since.
Mm.
Ever since.
Oh, that's a good question. Mine is actually similar. Um, I think I went through so much trauma recently. Like I was talking to somebody recently, like the last 5 years, I went through a lot of stuff and I didn't realize it until recently. But now that I'm turning back into myself, it's the weirdest thing because, like, before I got married, I never wore pants. I've never been a pants person. Never. And then in my marriage, I was wearing pants, sweatsuits, sweatshirts, just crazy stuff. And then this last breakup, one morning, I was myself again. I was wearing skirts every day. My face was together. And it was just like, bitch, you back. I was surprised to see myself back. It like my mannerisms changed. And I was with somebody. I said, I'm not even getting my nails done. And that's something. And it's weird because this is new for me. I've never worn colors on my fingernails. I've never dyed my hair. This is the weirdest thing ever. So this is different for me. I'm enjoying myself, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I'm excited to be back in things that I like. And it turned into, I feel like I had two fucked up relationships because it was always picking at me. Why you do this? Why you do that? And it was so much. I'm trying not to do this. I changed into a whole nother person that I couldn't even tell you. I looked at a picture of myself from a couple of years ago. I said, who the fuck is that? I would never wear no shit like that. So, and
Like,
it's
what are you
weird.
doing?
I didn't know what I had on. And I'm looking at my society. They was like, girl, we were waiting for you to come back. And for years, my whole life, my mom was real critical about shit. So we would never wear nail polish. But I like getting my nails done for the clicking. But I would go and get clear nails all the time. And then my sisters be talking like, girl, you got nail polish? I said, I know, right? I'd be so excited. So just coming back, I just love the liberation that I feel. And it's weird because everybody always asks me, when are you coming back to podcasting? I said, the podcast I had, I could never do that again because I'm not that same person. I would cuss the whole time, but I was never like that, if that makes sense. And they were like, where did you come up with this name? A lot of my actual friends that knew me said, I hate the name of that podcast because I'm not used to you talking like that. And I said, I don't even talk like that. I just named it that, because I want to be so different from my.
I definitely asked.
Yes, it's different. I don't even say the P word or the D word. I cringe every time I hear it. But when I came
So
up
you
with
prefer vagina and penis?
it's not a preference. Why does he always do this?
I was just making sure. Just checking your temperature.
You know what? You know what?
I don't even
Sick
know what
man.
I'm just enjoying this ride that I'm on now. That was the answer.
Good.
All right. I'm happy for you. I'm definitely happy for you. You're smiling more. I told you when I saw the nail polish, I'm like, oh, okay, see you. You doing
Everybody
something.
said that this week. I said, y'all see the nail polish?
Yeah. How have you handled self-doubt and imposter syndrome?
I don't think I handled that at all yet. That's not the question for me. Back to you, Rhythms and Blues.
It's all about giving yourself grace, right? Room to grow, and being very, very intentional with how you talk to you, how you talk about you. Like, if you say, I'm no good at this, I'm no good at this, I'm no good at this, when you finally try it, you're no good at it because you talked yourself into not being any good at it. Speak to yourself gently and kindly and pouring into yourself. Like I used to have periods where I'm not going to do this, and I wouldn't even say it. I just wouldn't do it. Right? Like I wouldn't speak about it one way or the other. But in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. But it wasn't until I started changing the way that I bigged myself up where I was able to start exploring and doing things that, like, I bungee jumped a few years back in Mexico. That wasn't in my ministry, but when I tell y'all I talked to myself up that tower, it was probably 235 steps. I talked to myself the entire way. I got more than halfway up. I turned around and looked down because I wanted to come back down those steps. And went too far now. Just got to do it.
I would have talked myself right down the motherfuckers. But
I, I
continue.
had to, I had to get, I was more than halfway up. I had never, the steps were so steep and everything about it was challenging for me. The climb, knowing what was going to be at the end of the climb, and my head was, I made it up and I made it down the rope. Now, it's not something that I ever need to do again, but it wasn't something that I thought I'd ever do, period. And I
That's what
did it. And for that, I was super proud of myself.
I'm
So just
proud of you because all the whole time you're telling me the story, all I can think of is the Fresh Prince when he was asking her to marry. I can't get it out of my head. I can't.
Lisa, what did he say?
We was like, Hillary, will you marry? And then
Oh,
I
and
would
he
have
hit
been
the
like, no, 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 no. But the whole time
Trevor.
I was like, girl, I would have not did this. But I'm proud
Listen,
of you for doing that.
they were strapping me up with the harnesses and things like that. I don't even want to do this. Like, I don't want y'all doing this to me. Is it tight enough? Do you think it's going to stay? Give me my gloves. Where are my gloves? Do I have my hard hat? It was a time, but I got
What's
up
a
there.
hard hat going to do for real though?
I don't know, but I wanted mine. Everybody else had theirs. I wanted
Huh?
mine.
Okay, okay.
He wanted all
So,
safety precautions. So
Yes,
we
yes.
leaving
yeah, as long
Nathaniel.
as I'm safe, I got you. That hard hat's going to really do a lot. It's like a motherfucker on a like we get our ticket for not wearing a seatbelt, but motorcycle riders can not wear a helmet, and I'm like, how does that make sense? How?
Craziness.
Tell me how. But
Craziness.
whatever. So for me, I still deal with it. When you see someone um popping more, when you see someone, especially the way social media is now, I have to be on it a little bit more because that's how I run my business, right? So when you see certain things, you be like, damn, why am I not there, or why I'm not at this level, or why am I, doing this or that. Um and for me, what I tend to have to do at that moment is put my phone down, kind of unplug, go watch some anime or a movie or some shit, and then I forget all about it, right? I remember prior to 2020, I used to have more of a negative outlook on life. Not negative on my life per se, but just negative. And I remember there was a event happening, and one of my homies hit me up and he was like, "Hey, are you going to come to this event?" And I was like, I made up every excuse why not to go to the event. Plane tickets, where I'm gonna stay, what I'm gonna do while I'm there. Um, a month after the discussion, something was like, look for this plane ticket. So I Googled the plane tickets, like my first time to ever go to Vegas. And I've been to Vegas multiple different times now. I looked up the plane ticket. It was like $80 round trip. At that moment, I realized I have $80 at least. I could make this trip. So I hit him up. I bought the ticket, hit him up, say, hey, I got the ticket. He was like, bet. We're going to facilitate some stuff. We got a couple months away, da da da. So I normally tell this story as a blessing too, because up upon this time of the convention, I done quit my job. I have money is tight. So the week of the convention, I know how much money I have. I probably have $300 in the bank, right? And I am okay. If I eat the dollar menu and da da da, maybe a meal, I could stretch this joint out, right? All the way up till the day of the trip. I'm like a kid I'm excited. So I woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning and I can't go to sleep. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just up now. So I'm doing like final packing and just doing shit. Something says, look at your bank. And I was like, I just looked at this shit the night before. I know how much is in there. And there was just gnawing things like, look at your bank, look at your bank, look at your bank. So finally I was like, all right, fuck it. I open my bank. And there's a lot of money in there. There's so much money in there. I'm questioning how this money got here. Like, are the feds going to come and get me type shit? Or like, what's going
I'm
to
gonna just
happen?
pull my 300 out, leave the rest.
Like what's about to happen? I'm calling the bank. I'm like, hey, yeah, this is Mr. So and so. Yeah, I see there's some money in this. I'm just making sure that it's mine. And they're like, yeah, it's yours. You're good. And I'm like, you sure? Like y'all didn't make no mistake? Like transferred someone else's account into my account by mistake? And they're like, no, this is your money.
He's like, black, black, no trade back. This the last
Right,
time.
That's it. This is it. It's my
right.
fast and final, firm and
Yeah.
final.
Hey, so and I found out where the money came from, but it was something that I did so far many, many, many months ago that I totally forgot. Didn't even realize I was going to get retrograded pay for something, and that's what hit the day that I was going on this trip.
Mm, look at God.
And from that moment forward, I realistically stopped second guessing myself. And I just now kind of do. That's why people say, oh, you just move like you want to move. And I'm like, yeah, I just figure it's going to work out. I'd rather have
God,
that.
God, man, he got us so bad. I'm like, I see you, Jesus.
Uh, and from that, and so even before that trip was over, they were asking me, "Hey, you gonna come to Chicago? It's another convention." And I was going to go and give another excuse why I can't go to that one. I'm like, "Give me a week, and I'll hit you back." Man, I touched back down in Florida, called them up. I'm there. I'm on the way. Type shit. Um, and that's how I just lived my life for the most part. I just try to do as much as I feel I want to do without any regrets or without any self doubts or without feeling away. I realize everyone can't and won't be able to do what I do. You know what I mean? And that's just in general. And that's okay. But to those that are hoping and inspiring to be able to live the better version of themselves, I tell you, do that shit. Stop holding off. Stop putting your stuff to the side. Stop procrastinating. Do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do with your life because
That's
at the
it.
end of the day, it's yours.
And you only
And
get
that's what
one.
we talk about. And that's what we had to talk about when it comes to accountability because you are only accountable for that life,
Yep.
however you live it.
Yep. Yep.
So, CL, next time we have it, I want you to know you could do anything. And CL's bullshitting with y'all, for real, for real. This woman here will say, I'm about to do X, Y, and Z and do X, Y, and Z. So I don't know why she's sitting up here capping right now.
I don't even remember the question. I do. I live by the seat of my pants. That wasn't the question. It was something about something else. I don't know.
Self doubt.
Self
Self
doubt
doubt.
and imposter syndrome.
Oh, well, I still be like, that's not how I perceive that question. My
But
bad.
that was the question.
I said my. What are you talking
But
to?
that was it.
Have you ever? This is my question because we asked some questions. Have you ever just wanted to meet somebody so bad, still you could choke the fuck out of them? Have you ever?
Yes.
That's the only reason
Yes.
you want to meet them. Nothing else. You just want to just choke the fuck out of them. I've
I
never
get
felt that way until I met certain people that would remain nameless.
catch it. I hope that you get the opportunity. I want
Um,
you to choke like you've never choked before.
Tasha, I've been around you. I
I did.
am I am cool, calm, and collected.
What's my niece name?
Huh?
What's my niece name?
Not no goddamn ginger snap.
You can choke him, CL. You can choke him. You can absolutely choke the shit out of him.
Oh man. All right. So what would y'all as strong women give to your fellow strong black women? What advice would you really give them? If millions upon millions was listening to your voice right this second, what would you say to them?
I would tell them that be yourself in every aspect of your life. Like it's hard pretending. It's hard putting on a persona for other people to like or whatever. You can't care what people think about you. Be yourself. Whatever that means. If it's quirky, if it's weird, if it's happy, if whatever it is, just be yourself. Like that's some advice that I would have taken at 16, 17, 18. Be yourself. Love that person and grow that person.
Mine says, believe in yourself. I mean, when I think about just how far I've come after just being so beaten, every time I believed that I could do some shit, I did that shit. And I did. Even when I got like little snags in the road, it didn't stop shit. I was like, nope, I believe I can motherfucking fly, okay? And I did it. So you just got to believe in yourself. That's what I would tell people, because once you believe in yourself wholeheartedly and bet on black, God's
Yeah.
gonna take you some phenomenal places. And I'm just so proud of myself. Like you were mentioning Grace, and I was sitting here thinking about it. I said, I am proud of myself for not giving up and just for saying, God, it is what it is. We got it. So just keep believing in yourself and keep going.
All right, last question, and we get the fuck up out of here.
I'm done.
If if you met a Strippendale dancer and y'all end up getting married, and you were CEO of a Fortune $500 company, 500 company, and y'all got a divorce, and he came to you and he was like, "I want half of this shit. I'm getting half of this shit." How would y'all feel?
Just
How
kill
long
them.
we been married?
Let's say 4 years.
No, 4 years. He gotta go back to the pool. He gotta go back to the pool.
I got a Fortune 500 company. Shit, $5,000 to take care of that nigga easy. Over with.
Um, but
Yeah,
eventually
we're not
he
doing
gotta
that.
go back to the pool. He gotta go back to the pool.
You gonna give him 500?
No, I'm gonna pay somebody 5,000 and erase this whole conversation.
Oh
Over
shit.
with.
It's not even we're not even talking about it no more. It's handled.
I am
It's
not going through a
handled.
divorce. A divorce was the most traumatic experience of my life. I'm never doing that shit
Oh,
again.
so you in it for the long haul.
Oh yeah, nigga, we death mates.
Damn.
Definitely is crazy.
You ain't got to live here. You gotta do this no more. I'm not giving you a divorce. I'm not emotionally just so much. I hate the word divorce. I'm never getting a divorce again. Just go live your life.
So you will be miserable living in the same house with someone?
No,
Oh,
no,
do
no.
that.
You didn't listen to me. You never listened to me. I
He
said
never listens. He
no.
never
He
listens.
more questions, ask more questions
Period.
to aggravate me, but never listen to the answer. No, seriously, that was some devastating shit. And I'm never going through a divorce again. And that's it. Move out. What you need to get the fuck out of my house? Oh, you need 10 grand to get away from me? Cool. Don't call me. Don't talk to me. And when he died, just be like, hey, he died. All right, cool. I'm gonna make sure I put you away real nice. But I'm not going through no divorce. We blood in, blood out this time.
But see,
Oh,
if you
so he
pass
can do
away
whatever he
first,
gotta go what he gotta do, and y'all just gonna stay married on paper.
I believe in that old school love. Like niggas was married 20 years and y'all didn't even know they were still married. That's the next marriage I'm gonna have. Like y'all
Oh,
was married for 30 years.
Uncle Joe
Yeah.
and Aunt.
And they went spend that $20 to get that divorce. That's my next marriage.
no, I would divorce again if I
He
had
says
to. I don't want
she was
to
like, "I
be.
divorced again."
Yeah, I don't want to be divorced again. Like my next marriage, I want to be my everlasting love. But if I gotta get divorced again, because what if you die first? Now you a CEO, and now
He
because you
got
didn't
all of
sign
it.
the paperwork, all of it go to him. You ain't seen him in 15
But dude,
years.
that's fine. But that's why you make sure your wills is in order and all your paper. You got to take care of your adult
Ooh,
business.
some stuff trumps a will.
And spousal privilege is one of those things.
Some,
Is one of those things.
but you could always leave everything to your children too. It's ways around everything. If I knew that I told you something, I'm not going through another divorce, y'all. I'm not doing it.
Hmm.
Right. So he can't get 50-50 is what you're saying.
He can get 6 feet, but I'm not letting nobody ever take nothing else away from me. Okay,
He can get 6 feet.
he gonna get accident
Yeah,
ran
that's
over. I was like, I
uh,
was back out the driveway. I did not. I thought he had went back in the house. I didn't even know he was behind me. It's over
no,
with.
they gonna listen to this pod and they gonna be like, you know what? She said that. She
So
said that.
funny.
This shit's gonna be used as evidence and all that. Listen, hey, by what's the disclaimer I need, Tasha? By no ways is the views and
N-
opinions of CL any representation of
Of
Hectic
HD
by whatever
Network.
by Hectic
No,
on HD Nation Network. None of
nope,
that. It's
none
on
of
her.
it.
When y'all find her, you find her. Don't
Don't come
come to
over
me.
here. I'm not affiliated at all.
My serious
Uh,
answer though is I'm not getting divorced again because I'm not
Yeah,
gonna marry again unless I know that is my person.
I like it. I like it.
And
I fuck with
and when
because
I
I
get
say that
married
about kids.
this time, are we doing it with a pinky swear? You know that's the most sacred promise in
It
life.
is. It is.
We
I feel that.
Will you
Like,
do you think you would cry again on your wedding day?
I ain't
I'm
crying.
assuming you cried the first time. I don't know,
I ain't.
but
always
I'm,
assume.
I'm just assuming. But yeah, whatever.
I want to have more kids. If I'm only 38, I know I'm gonna get married again. Like I just already know.
And you gonna do what? Have more kids?
I want to have one more kid. I only have one
Oh,
kid, so just
okay. Okay. Well,
You gotta do a lot of
congratulations.
practicing.
it
You
don't
got
take that much practice to make a kid. I told you I made that one in 2 minutes. It ain't take all.
well,
This is so
whatever.
funny.
So, anyways, I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh,
Go ahead and tell the people who you are, what you do, what you got going on, all that. Thank you for coming for this season finale. By the way, I know you were shocked when you got that text message, but I'm tired of you saying I don't never bring you on to anything. So
I was shocked that I was in your mind, thoughts, or anything. Number one, but I'm your favorite hostess with the mostest. I'm CL. Um, I'm always open to pod. I don't have my own podcast anymore right now, but I do a lot of shows, live shows. I MC, I host, I have a good time. So I'm just waiting for God to tell me which way to walk next. Thank you for the invite, Hectic.
okay, that was short and to the
Beautiful,
point.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm. I am Rhythm and Blues. You can catch me every Saturday night on the Intelligent Idiot and Enlightened Idiot podcast on YouTube. And you can always also catch me Ashes and Influence on YouTube. That is my baby podcast. Cigar smoker. Me and my girlfriends get together. We talk cigars. We talk life. Y'all should come check us out on most social networks. I can be found at my name, Rhythm and Blues, or some variation thereof. Just find me. Y'all know what I look like now.
Crazy. Well, I enjoy this thoroughly. I enjoy having conversations with women and seeing how they think and what they think and how their mind works. It's very intriguing to me. I hope that y'all enjoy this, you know, podcast as much as I've enjoyed giving it to you. Thank y'all for another wonderful season. Thank y'all for all the likes, the subscriptions, the comments, the push, the hey, I like this, hey, I like that. I very, very, very much appreciate it. Um, I mean that because when I first started podding, I had no idea I would be in a season 3,
Hmm.
much less going into a season 4. I didn't see that far ahead into it, and now I'm very much vested in this. So thank you, thank everyone who watches Friday night, whatever night that you watch, because normally it comes out on Friday nights. But thank all of y'all for tuning in, staying tuned in, watching whatever craziness that I have going on this show. Um, it means a lot. It really does. For all those others, go to HD Nation Network, subscribe, like, hit that subscription bell, hit all them shits, comments, whatever. I will respond to you. Like I said, we are going to take a break. I'm not going to start filming back till the beginning of the new year, and I'm gonna change some stuff up. I'm definitely going to have more conversations with people that's not inside the industry. More so, well, that's my goal. I'm gonna do what I need to do to keep the show running, right? But I want to talk to more people in other fields, whether you're a musician, painter, dancer, rapper, entrepreneur, whatever it may be. Hit me up on whatever by hectic at gmail.com. Subject matter, guest. Tell me why you want to be on the show, and I'll have you on the show. Um, it's been a great, great ride this season. It really has, and it showed me so much, and I've learned so much, and I've listened, and I've heard, and I've had dialogue and all that stuff with many, many different people that I just never thought I would have that kind of conversations with. So remember, keep those close that are close to you. Be loyal to those that are loyal to you, and don't do anything that you don't want to do. And with that, we are out of here. Go ahead and say bye, ladies.
Bye,
See
ladies.
y'all.